Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the On Time, On Target Morning Brief, where we invest with fighter pilot precision on a daily basis. Got an abbreviated show today because we got Mama is sick. So therefore, I have to do a little bit of running our daughters around right after the open. I have three longs for you today, none of which I really like all that much because it's low volume because it's a Monday. But I'll throw them out there for you and I'll walk you through at least the market open. Then about 8:35 Central, 5 minutes after the market opens, I need to be out the door, which is why I'm in civilian gear today. All right, fantastic weekend. Hope you had a great weekend as well. The market's happy. You can see that the futures are in the green this morning. So we'll talk about that and what I think is going to happen this week as far as, well, I say tech is in the green, not necessarily all the futures are in the green. But we have a good week today and a good week because earnings week starts this week. So it's a little bit slow today, but as the week goes on, you're going to get that first wave of earnings. And again, that's what kicks off a lot of the volume out there, which means we can have nice, sweet, juicy trades once we get to a little further into the week. All right, as far as our topic today, I was so totally distracted this morning because I literally have just been staring at the Luckin chart all morning. So Luckin Coffee, you know, it's a favorite of mine. I keep looking off the side because the chart's still in motion over there. We'll bring that up here in a second. But yeah, it closed at $13.90. It's up at $14.60. You know that I have, well, yeah, I'm approaching having, again, way too much of this now. So I'm going to have to sell there. It went to $14.65. So pull it up if you want to follow along on your own. But certainly the thesis is intact. I do think it runs to 20. I will probably wait until 20 to shave anything off unless it gets above 15 and stalls out. Then I might take it, might sell a few shares just to reduce the position. But that's what we're going to talk about for our long today, or for our topic today. Yeah, thanks for noticing Burner on the graphic. I would point to it, I guess, yeah, maybe I don't have to do backwards math. 40 million, actually hit 41 million Friday. So had a nice big bump in the book, if you will. Market helps, but are also its current clients adding money and mostly do the things that they have going on in their lives. So yeah, hitting 40 again. The goal is for 50 by the end of the year. We'll see. Again, it's no big deal if I don't make it, but that is the goal. And again, when you think of 50 million, still a bit player, but that means that 100 million is getting closer. 100 million is when a small firm like myself has to, change from registration at the state level to registration at the SEC level. So it's kind of, that would be in military terms the equivalent of when I'm a captain right now. I'd say up to about 25 million, you're a lieutenant. 25 million to 100 million, you're a captain. At 100 million, you become a major because things get real. So anyhow, that's kind of the plan. Hopefully, again, 50 million this year and then maybe 100 million by the end of next year. That'll be a stretch, but we'll see. All right. Let's see if you're catching us on a replay. Thank you so much for checking us out. Make sure you went over 200 subscribers as well. So that's kind of cool. Picked up a subscriber a day almost every day that week. I have no idea where they're coming from, but tell all your friends. I think it's the Luckin video that I put out had 250 views, and that's my number one so far. So again, we'll do another Luckin video and see if the Luckin crowd follows us even more. Make sure you click subscribe and hit the notifications bell if you can catch us live. What you don't see is a chat window and a Q&A window up top. So that's so people can interface with me. And with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, welcome back, everyone. Here's our lineup card for the day, July 12th. Make sure you have your Q&A window set up appropriately and all attendees selected. Standard disclaimer applies. This is a financial education presentation. You have to do your own due diligence for acting upon anything you hear this morning. Full disclaimer information is available at ototnow.com. All right, here we are. Mission objectives: grow our money, protect our money, and live off our money. Today we're talking about growing our money. This is a speculative name. Even now that it's up knocking on $15, it's still speculative, right? And it's China. It's Luckin Coffee, so it's a Chinese coffee company. So you think of risk. Yeah, risk through the roof, right? And, a year and a half ago, they were taken down. Their stock went from $50 to less than $1 due to fraud. So they've got rid of everybody else. They got rid of the bad, in with the good. All the eyes are on them. They've restated their financials a couple times now. They still are not, they're still in 2019 financials. They haven't even got 2020 really figured out their financials. So I think once this, the good news will keep rolling in for Luckin. That's why I want to feature it today. So that's what we're going to talk about. What are quarterly taxes? I will actually, the only thing I really want to talk about here, since I have to go right after the market open, is when you have to pay quarterly taxes. Here's the, I'm going to actually leave this screen to go show you this real quick. So, because it's bogus, and I didn't know this till I got burned by it. But here's what I want to show you is the installment dates. Okay, so you have to pay if you make over a certain amount, and basically if you do TurboTax, it'll go, hey, you need to file quarterly taxes next year, and it prints out little vouchers for you and tells you how much. So that, if you're a TurboTax user, it's pretty brainless and easy, just do it. But remembering to do it is a trick too, because of this junk. So you would think, and what I have highlighted there in the middle, installment payments are due on April 15th. That makes sense. First quarter closes out. You have, 20 days to pay state taxes, at least here in Texas, probably everywhere. You have 15 days to pay your federal estimated taxes, your quarterlies. And then the next one is June 15th. Problem, right? The quarter has not ended. And this is what got me, because the quarter hasn't ended and I have to pay my taxes for the quarter already. And again, it's estimated. That's why they said, okay, too bad, so sad. But realize, yeah, it's not July 15th, kids. It's June 15th. So you have to pay them before the quarter's up. And you do the same thing in the third quarter. If you're on a calendar year, it's September 15th and not October 15th. So I don't know who designs these things, but just beware that this is out there, right? And then, of course, at the end of the year, it makes sense. The end of the year closes out and you have another 15 days. So if you're caught up in quarterlies, and I know at least somebody in the room is, just realize it can be a house of pain anyway. But the due dates do not make sense with what you would think. So if you're don't default to common sense when it comes to this, is my point. All right, let's go back to the lineup card and take a look at what we're going to talk about. All right, our flow for today, market review, headline review. We're going to look at LKNCY, which again, it got delisted, so you can't look at it on FinViz. You have to use yahoo.com. Excuse me, Yahoo Finance to be able to pull up the chart. We'll get into the market execution. There's three longs that are in the room. Actually, they're not in the room, are they? Yep, they're in the room. Let me repost those real quick so you can see those. Not fired up about any of them. Pharmaceuticals for the first two. And then AEI is some home company. Don't really have a thesis for it. I see a new message popping up. I don't remember the details, Burner, but I didn't file on time. I can't remember. If I got penalized, it wasn't major because it wasn't a huge amount, but there we go. But yeah, I got burned by not knowing the rules is what I meant. So can't remember if I got penalized or what. It all gets baked in and I don't care. I just write the check they tell me to write. Okay, so here we are. There's the longs I have. ENOV, CNSP are pharmaceutical firms. AEI, I'm not in love with it, but does qualify, but I don't have a storyline for you. And then, of course, if you want to go long Luckin, then you can do so. It's rocking right along this morning. All right, we'll do execute the market open. And again, I have to leave early. Contingencies and academic resources are standard. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at CNBC.com and see where we are this morning. As far as the futures, I keep saying the futures are in the green, and it's because tech is in the green, so pardon me. But the Dow is down, if you will. S&P down a little bit, and then the NASDAQ is up. All right, take a look around the world. Europe is mixed and pretty light trading. Huge move up there in the Japanese market. Green across the board. Here are our numbers Friday. We'll look at that here in a minute. All right, bonds, see the 10-year at 1.35. Oil 73, gold and silver selling off a little bit, and then crypto selling off as well. All right, let's go to the headlines. We'll go over the charts here in a minute. Apple got an upgrade, Disney top pick sort of thing. And I do think, if you look at Disney's chart, they have not reinstated their dividend yet. So I think that will be another bump. They should be doing that soon. And they pay on a 6-month basis instead of quarterly. It's kind of weird. Maybe when they reinstate it, they'll reinstate it to a quarterly level. All right, Clover Health is a meme name. That's why it's getting downgraded. Most of the meme stocks are getting killed. If you're in them, I would say get out. But that's up to you. You can get your Diamond Hands t-shirt and brag to all your friends. All right. Chevron hiking the dividend, resuming buybacks. I'm not into oil anymore. Data's the new oil. You know, Richard Branson is in space because TV won't shut up about it. I mean, that's cool and all, but okay, people have gone to space before. All right, let's see. All right, don't see anything else jumping off of the page here for the headlines of the day. All right, let's take a look at Luckin real quick. So here's Yahoo Finance. This is a 1-month chart. Again, Luckin, actually, let's go out to the max because this shows you the house of pain. So we're up here at $50 back in January of 20. You know, COVID happened as well as fraud happens. Bummer, fraud. It takes the stock all the way down to, I think the actual low intraday was below $1. Trying to find it here on a long chart. Here it shows $1.38, but basically, you know, crashing from 50 down to $1. We started buying in at around the dollar range. I actually have 2 accounts within it. I keep been saying my cost basis is $2.02. In the other account, it's $1.51. So yeah, like that even better. But you know, nice sweet cost basis there, pretty much across the board. And then if you zoom in on like in the 1-month chart, it did kind of stabilize here for you know, a few weeks at around the $8 range, and then it's jumped up recently to $13.94, where it closed Friday, and it's up at 14.5 now. So again, a lot of room to run, if you will, on Luckin. Here's TD Ameritrade, and then we will get to the day trading stuff for you. But let's, here's that Luckin chart. Again, touch 1465 pre-market, down to 1451 right now. We'll see how that relates to a percentage once we get to the actual market open. Let's zoom out a little bit though and look at where we are overall in the market. Got 2 minutes to the market open. Had that down day Thursday, if you will, the big sell-off. And then we had a Friday. I'll give it Friday status. You know, good move Friday. We're back up. Gosh, looks like new highs. I can't remember if it was exactly a new high or not, but yeah, I would agree. Bezos has to go to space now. Otherwise he loses cred in the billionaire space, right? Same with Elon. Why don't we put them all in one rocket? Anyway, they would never agree to that. But here we are in the market. We're bouncing off new highs. Again, what are the issues out there? The headwinds we have to look out for are taxes and inflation. Inflation's really not a thing anymore, and taxes, nobody's talking about it. So we got to wait for the politicians to start talking about it before we can freak out about it, right? Okay, here's Alibaba. You don't care about that. Let's go to the SPY. Here's that Friday big move up. So here was Thursday where we gapped down, up Thursday during the day, and then up Friday, and then here's where we are starting at this morning. All right, here is the charts that we have set up. We will leave Luckin up there because I can't not look at it, if you will, and we'll get set up. You have ENOB over here. This is a $5 price point. This is a little better price point wise than CNSP. ENOB pharmaceutical, FDA is reviewing the hepatitis B cure, but they short circuited the standard process and kind of got in early. That's why this is a headline. So it's a really good news deal. So that's why I like ENOB best. CNSP got a fast track for a treatment I can't pronounce, so I won't try. And then the last one is AEI, which again, I don't have a theme for you. So these are the 3 that we'll follow this morning. So give me a second and we will get set up for the open. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the On Time On Target play of the day. We have 10 seconds to the market open on Monday, July 12th. We have the S&P is in the red a little bit, trying to get to the green on a 1-minute chart here on the left. We have Luckin Coffee, which is up significantly. We'll see here in a second when it opens. Okay, it's up 4%. We're looking for that to go higher. CNSP up 4.3%, and then we have ENOB up 5.5%. ENOB is probably my favorite here. As far as the day trade, but it got, volume has to rush in is really what we're kind of waiting on. So those are the 3 for you. I don't have anything short unless you're going to short the VXX, but that's don't necessarily care to do that either. All right. So over here on ENOB, see if I can call a trade. We need a 5-cent stop, so it would actually need to come in before we could hop in on this. Right now, low of the day is 552, which means 557 would be our entry. It's above that, so we can't take this here, no matter how much you like it. CNSP setting up a little better. 40,000 shares down at 191. We would need this to go to 194 to go in it. Actually 190, 193 to hop in it here. So probably not going to get any of these trades, to be honest. Not super thrilled with them. If you're dying to trade, like I have to trade, then take this CNSP when it hits 194 and use a 4-cent stop. So got to cover down to 190. We can cover right at it since it bounced a couple times. It's got to go 194 higher, and then it would have to go 12 cents up. So you're really looking at, what's that, 206 that it has to get, which it could, because it was there not too long ago. There. So anyhow, that's the trade. If you're dying to trade, I'm not going to take it. I won't take credit for it if it hits either. But anyhow, that's what I would do for a trade. All right. Luckin 1485. I think it touches 15. Don't trade this. This would be to buy and hold, not to do a day trade in. All right. Let's take a look at what's going on in the real world. We got NMDBF, a bunch of over-the-counter names, including Luckin. Early in the leaderboard this morning. Have some Apple calls. Apple's in play. Where's Apple here? Let's just pull it up. If you haven't watched Apple, Apple gets left for dead for a while, and everybody wonders, like, oh no, what's wrong with Apple? Well, you know what? Nothing's wrong with Apple. It's just you lost faith, right? So let's go out 180 days. So yeah, you're back in here. Apple starts to go higher and then starts to go back down. Everybody's like, hey man, what's going on with Apple? I'm like, I don't know. They're probably making a kick butt phone. And then they're going to announce it in September, which is like what they do all the time, right? So here's the big run up going into the new iPhone. Guess what? When the iPhone gets released, everybody will whine and cry about the 2 or 3 things it doesn't work about it instead of the 4,000 things that does work about it. So the stock will probably sell off, but enjoy the ride higher. I do have some calls if at least one person in the room is affected by this. I've got a call here at 145 and I'm not selling right now. I will, but trust me, I got my eye on it, and I won't let your shares get called away. But I don't want to overpay because I do think this week that Apple could come in just because it's had such a run, straight line from 125 to 145. So we'll see. If not, I'll move it on Thursday. All right, Tesla up, TMRC up, NEO up. MDB, Sony, basically just all tech across the board. Trade Desk, one of my faves, up. Trade Desk up. All right, let's see what's going on the downside. AMC on the downside. DIG, which is an oil play, downside. DD dumping again. DI. Let's see where we got. Okay, down at 11. Is it time to buy? Yeah, I think you can buy here. I haven't bought any more yet, but I think you could. All right, that is all I've got for today. Let's check back to Luckin 1499. Yep, called 15. I still think it hits it probably while we're watching. All right, with that, I'm going to let you guys go, and tomorrow we'll be back and get you a good trade tomorrow. With that, see you tomorrow.